it's not the best move, but I can't believe that it even saw that it needed to defend this pawn. Of course, with queen e2, it walks directly into a knight attack. And knight f4 is very powerful because generally a knight for a bishop is a good trade. Like 65% of the time, if I had to estimate, you know, like 6, 7 times out of 10, knight to f4 is just good because bishops are long-range pieces. In the long run, they will be more powerful. But yeah, a knight f4, a little bit of a strange thing, except at this point, Claude malfunctions as well. I couldn't believe it. Claude here plays pawn takes d4. It takes a square. Now, if you do know chess, you know that in chess there is a rule called en passant. And what that means is if a pawn moves 2 squares and stands next to you, on this move and this move only, you can take it, you can take the square behind it. On this move and this move only. This is passanting nothing. So the pawn just passants. It just passants. It just takes a square. And well, Snap just eats it, and now white is much better. Now white just has a totally dominant position, which is quite fascinating, because if you think, there is still this move, but if you think about it, that's really all it comes down to in chess. Like, here, black is a pawn up, with good pressure on the center pawn, the idea to fork, but just this one loss of a pawn makes white's center really strong. And if white also gets to play this move, white just has, you know, and this move, white's position immediately increases to 1.4. Look at that advantage. Isn't that interesting? 1.4, it just takes a couple of pawn moves because you basically prevent the opponent from creating counterplay. Just putting 2 little pawn spikes disallows opponent's activity towards you. So c takes d4 is played, and now bishop to b4 with a pin on the knight. Of course, white can still castle. But we continue this kind of notion of teleportation. And here, white plays the move, bishop e3. So the knight consumed the pawn, and the bishop jumps over the knight, bishop to e3. It's actually a great developing move if it wouldn't be just completely illegal. Here, Claude finally castles, right? Finally, it just had its first opportunity, but we get to castling, and Snap really likes the idea, so it castles as well. And white maintains the advantage. White maintains the advantage because the pawns are very solid now. They're joined together in the center. Yeah, slowly you will kick out these pieces, and then you use your stability to go and attack the king, right? Okay, fantastic. Now things get really weird, in case it hasn't been weird already. In this position, Claude takes the knight.